Here is the next project. That's a barrel, for an oil barrel, and I've modelled it again in Tinkercad. And now I have to go to my other laptop and go into Cura and process it for printing. So here we are in Cura, and I've set the quantity of prints of the barrel at 20, and it's going to take 3 hours and 7 minutes, and it will use up 11 grams or 3.56 meters. Now, I've got lots there, so it should be no problem whatsoever. So now I have to transfer it from this card onto that stick. No, sorry, onto this card, and then plug it in down here, select a print, and then away we go. So let's do that. That's the 20 barrels that have been selected and sliced, but it'll be 3 hours and 7 minutes. So it's now gone to the printer. The printer is preparing to start the process, and there's the temperature set for the nozzle and the bed. So you can see here where the printer is laying out a pad which it will create a surface on which it will print the barrels. So this is the first stage, and it seems to be working well, and we'll continue to monitor it. So I must correct myself, these are actually oil drums, not cans, not barrels, oil drums. Anyway, the test here is, these are pretty small items, and we'll have to wait and see to make sure that the MONOPRICE printer can capture the detail of these small items. But it looks fairly good so far, and you know, maybe what I should have done was done one print just as a test, because I'm seeing something there that might be incorrect. Anyway, we'll see. Manufacturing progress. We might be about 1/3 of the way through, and it's laying PLA really well, and I think it's going to turn out just fine. Well, the proof will be in the pudding when it's finished in an hour or so. Anyway, we'll catch up then. So it seems to be finished. 3 hours and 6 minutes. Now I'll have to take it all apart and see what they actually look like. I think in this case we can call this a fail. It just didn't turn out the way I had modelled them. I'm not sure what happened there, but I think what I will do is go back into the model, reassess it, and make whatever adjustments I require, and then I will do one print and see what it looks like. Following my failed multiple print of the oil drums, I've decided to do a test with one drum only, and hopefully that will be successful, and then I can do multiple copies. as you can see, the cover of my table is damaged. Not really sure what the problem was there. Possibly I never prepared the table, but now I have to find a way of installing a new cover, or I think some users use a piece of glass. I'll need to get some feedback on that. But in the meantime, as you see, it's printing at the oil drum, and it should only take 7 minutes. No, it stopped for whatever reason now. That could be an error, or I must think it's finished. Now I'll need to go back and check. Now that appears to be the correct diameter, and I'm suspecting the smaller circle that you see on the edge there is the filling cap that I had put in, but somehow it's not interpreting the model correctly. So I'll have to go back into the model, check it, and then reslice it. I've checked the model, and as you can see, it says it will take 10 minutes. Now, there must be an error somewhere in that model, because it stopped about the same location as it did in the previous attempt. I guess some data must have dropped off somewhere. Okay, back to the drawing table, as they would say. So here I am back in Cura, and it sliced the file. I transferred it over, and I'm just waiting to see if it will complete the printing. As you see, this time I've got 2 selected. So we'll check in a couple of minutes, because it did say 18 minutes. All right. As with any problem, you have to do some problem solving and trial and error if you can't figure it out. So what I've decided to do is do another print of the relay box, because I know that prints, and that will be the test, sort of litmus test. So I'll check back shortly. Okay, so we're off to a good start here with the base for we're off to a good start here as the printer prepares to print the relay box. So this will be a test. If it prints this, then there's something wrong with the file for the oil drum. If it doesn't print it, then it's something else, something in the printer itself. Everything seems to be printing well, so I'm assuming that there would be a problem with the oil drum file. So I'll have to rebuild that model or go back in and check it again. It's just giving the finishing touches to the roof cover for the relay box. Now, that's the original sloped or peaked roof cover. I haven't gotten around to changing that yet, but as I said, this was primarily a test to make sure that everything was working okay, and it looks as if it certainly is, and it should be finishing off shortly. Well, there it's finished. Took 10 minutes longer than it had suggested. So it took 40 minutes and it's finished. So just wait until it settles down, goes back into its home position, and then I'll lift off. I'll actually move the head up so that I can access the print. This is a manual thing. You select a direction and then you rotate the knob. Maybe that's an improvement that they can make on upcoming models. Just need it to clear the arm. Pull it through. And there you go. It's that simple. It's off, and it's really quite impressive. Get the light on this. Check out the hinges and the door handle and the doors, and the roof has turned out quite good this time. It's actually a nice finish, and you know, these things are easy to paint. Use acrylic paints on them and do a good job. So another successful print, and maybe this will go off to somebody I know. So remember, give me the big thumbs up, subscribe if you wish, it doesn't cost you any money, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.